Let's talk about a subject everyone loves, that's money. For anyone wondering, that was a mass total of 8 $1 bills being flown at you. Simple little short video. Since the Sox play tonight and the Bruins play tonight, I am actually choosing to watch the Red Sox since it is the World Series. The Bruins review for the game against Ottawa will be coming out a little late sometime tomorrow evening, so you have that to look forward to. For now though, I want to talk a little money and I want to talk about Charlie McAvoy's upcoming contract negotiations. Charlie McAvoy, the 20-year-old right defenseman for the Boston Bruins, is approaching the end of his entry-level contract. We burned off the first year so he could play in the playoff series against Ottawa. He played last year, and this is the last year on his entry-level contract. One thing that is starting to become very noticeable around the NHL in general is the lack of bridge deals, and now they're just throwing 8-year contracts at everyone. 7-year contracts worth upwards of 30, 40 mil for very young players who haven't proven themselves over long periods of time. So you would have to think a young, talented player like Charlie McAvoy is looking for one of these 7-8-year deals that pays him upwards of $6 million, which is what I think he is going to get and what he probably should get. Now, I put a few comparable players to him. These are players who signed longer-term deals who are coming off their entry-level contract. The first one's Dougie Hamilton, former Bruin. He's now on the Carolina Hurricanes, so he's moved teams twice, moved from Boston to Calgary, from Calgary to Carolina. He signed his contract when he was 22 years old for 6 years, $5.75 million. Now, Dougie Hamilton's a very interesting player to talk about considering how often he's moved teams as such a young player. He tied for the lead in goals by defenseman last year with 17 goals, and his contract is 6 years, and it's only $5.75 million for a defender who brings a lot to the table. Aaron Ekblad, the former first overall pick, signed a contract at 21 years old for $7.5 million for 8 years. I can almost guarantee you Florida could have got this number lower, but they didn't. They didn't have to pay him $7.5 million. But the thing is, when you're in Florida, you don't have a lot of good defensemen around him, so they felt like they had to lock up their number one guy. They really projected him to be kind of like the next guy on the list, Alex Pietrangelo, who signed a little later because he broke into the NHL a little later than these other three guys. He signed his deal at 23 years old for $6.5 million for 7 years, which is a very good contract today for one of the more elite defensemen in the NHL. The reason I picked these contracts is because there's no way he's signing for less than $5.75 million, and I don't think the Bruins are willing to give him 8 years, $7.5 million like the Ekblad contract, which apparently the rumor is Charlie McAvoy's camp is searching for something along the lines of $7.5 million in 8 years, and I don't think that would be smart for the Bruins to do right off the bat. Now, I think for Charlie McAvoy, he probably falls somewhere in between the $6.5 million for Pietrangelo and maximum $7.5 million for Ekblad. There's no way the Bruins are going to go out on a limb and make him like the highest paid player off an entry-level contract, or highest defenseman paid off an entry-level contract, maybe ever, from my knowledge. Charlie McAvoy, when he's 27 to 28, whatever age he finishes his contract up, is going to be looking for one of those Drew Doughty-like contracts where you just make a boatload of money. We're not going to focus on that, but that's what the end game is for Charlie McAvoy when it comes to contracts. The 8-year deal for him would be a bridge to the next 8-year deal. I'm going to say Charlie McAvoy settles in around $7 million for 7 years, which I think isn't a bad contract for the Bruins considering what he is going to bring to the table over those 7 years. At the beginning, he's not going to be worth that contract, but by the end of it, I think he's going to be worth every penny, and it's going to look like a deal. As a Bruins fan, I hope I'm a little wrong, and I hope the value of Charlie McAvoy is less than $7 million. But honestly, with how the Bruins contracts are set up on defense, no one's really getting paid besides Torrey Krug and Chara is probably very close to the end of his tenure, which makes it even more important to lock down McAvoy long term. Also, the contracts of Marchand, Pastrnak, and Bergeron being absolute bargains, the fact that all of those players are under $7 million per year is amazing. I think Charlie McAvoy being right around their value is perfect for the Bruins going forward. That's all I'm really going to talk about today. I hope you enjoy the Bruins-Senators game or the Red Sox-Dodgers game, whichever one you choose to watch. I really don't think you can go wrong, but I think you should support the Red Sox in their World Series quest. As usual, hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. Leave a comment telling me what you think McAvoy should get and how long he should get it for. And then please subscribe. I do a lot of Bruins coverage. I think you'd enjoy the subscription. See you next time. Go Bruins.